All y'all that shouted, you shouted for my asthma. I feel some sort of way.
Asthma.
Woo, respiratory diseases. Yeah. I can't breathe. Before poetry, I was a track and field sprinter. So me and Mike have a lot in common because we like love running and shit. And shit, you know, like eating food and releasing it out of the body. And like poetry is completely against my normal nature. Like I'm an introvert in front of you guys, telling a lot of things about my life. So this is really weird, but we're doing it right now. But afterwards, if you got hugs, I am going to need them because I'm going to fall apart. But that's a sidetrack. But when I used to run, I'm always like, you know, you're in the sport, you're doing the whole thing, but I forget that I have asthma. Forget to take the inhaler. So as soon as I'm done, so if that happens in these poems, don't let me die. Old poems, back when I could fucking breathe. That's a really weird intro to the poem. I'm sorry. We have living environments like cups, no ceilings, but freedom is too far to reach. We all fall in and pour from these faucets that we call home. But these transparent bonnets will break and the structure now nested will be contested by the crystallized waterfalls of Neptune. Waves of revolutions that people crave will come and change its tides. And I can find in the tides because underneath the icy depths is where you see deferred dreams. There are those incorrectly caught, cuffed, and caged like lobsters, with rubber bands on their hands, clawing to contribute other than selling contraband. And with our try this, we try to that which chips at our serenity, sending out a call for help in the SOS. See, societies often support, struggling over surgery, shipping our saviors, sending out soldiers, stealthy orchestrating stealing, suicide itself, saturation of sex, segregation all going secretly, selling our souls, spies openly spectate, something to substance, serving open speculation, structurally operating, searching successes, opposite sin. Schools organizing separation, steering occupation selection, smart or senseless singer or sports simply ostracizing students. Obsidian oceans offer opinions that are oppressed, orbiting in organized obscurity imposed by foes of knowledge and seafarers of politics. These captains of linguistics sail our business relationships. These are the same men that shot King, Malcolm, and Kennedy. They continue to control the tunes we originated with our thighs and hands, so now we can communicate with Neptune's marine blue moons. Now, we're stuck somewhere in the middle passage. Massaging messages passed over 300 years ago. It started with the men of the culture. Then prisons took half of that, trapping them until death like a torture rack, and no compliance was given, so we torched Iraq. Took the resources needed after each and every attack. Don't teach the history that that's what we lack, and once it's gone, we can't have it back. Put lies in place of missing facts, we can find sacks of that. Tell kids to focus on T's with no quarterbacks, so they never wonder where their leaders are. Then they get called terrible to the backwards masses. But the backwards masses mass backwards to the terrible. There are terrorists on our terror list that resist terror, and those who insist are terrorists while terrorists make our list. We have become neo-colonialists, making constipated colons out of ourselves for the free world. It's no surprise you can see so many bodies float. At least something will be able to soak up the oil. We've been reaching for the sky for so long. How do you believe you can fly before you can breathe air? Congregations want to be corporations. Corporations want to be Congress. Activists are made inactive, and revolutions are only happening on the moon. But this is all relative, because we've been losing relatives relatively for centuries, and family reunions only happen underground or underwater. We are a people of the water. We have life jackets that deflect bullets, but what's left to keep us afloat?